with me this morning are Commissioners Brown Bland, Clodfelter, Duffley, Hughes, McKissick, and Kimmerite. In compliance with State Government Ethics Act, I remind members of the Commission of our duty to avoid conflicts of interest and inquire at this time as to whether any member of the Commission has a known conflict with respect to matters coming before us this morning. The record will reflect that no conflicts have been identified, so we will proceed with Public Staff Item 1.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Tommy Williamson with the Public Staff Energy Division. Item 1 is an application for a certificate to relocate a transmission line in Beaufort County, North Carolina. Public Staff has reviewed the item and recommends its approval as filed. Thank you.
Move approval of the recommendation. Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the Public Staff. Questions or discussion on the motion? All right, hearing none. All in favor indicate with an eye. Is there anyone opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Williamson. All right, next up, we've got Public Staff Item 2 and Item 3, I'm guessing.
That is correct. We try to be efficient here. Charles Junis, Director of the Public Staff Water, Sewer, and Telephone Division. Items 2 and 3 are interconnection agreement amendments filed by AT&T North Carolina. Public Staff has reviewed the filings and recommends the orders be issued approving the amendments effective on the date they were filed.
Move approval of the recommendation. Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that items 2 and 3 be approved as recommended by the Public Staff. Are there any questions or discussion on that motion? All right, hearing none, all in favor indicate with an eye. Aye. Is there anyone opposed? All right, that motion carries. Mr. Junis, why don't you stay up here just in case I've got questions for you on the next one. All right. And we will proceed to Public Staff Item 4.
Good morning. My name is Sashi Bhatta, engineer with the Public Staff Water, Sewer, and Telephone Division. Item number 4, docket number W727 sub 3 is a petition requesting approval of an increase to the emergency operator's provisional rate for water utility service for McCullers Pines water system in Wade County, North Carolina. The public staff has reviewed the record and discussed the condition of the water system with Mr. Edworth White, the appointed emergency operator. Mr. White presented a need for an increase in rates, and given the unusual circumstances and after verification, the public staff assisted by filing a petition on his behalf. The public staff recommends that the commission issue the proposed order approving the provisional rate and requiring customer notice.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bhatta. I have a few questions for the public staff just after reviewing this agenda item and spending a little bit of time digging around in the docket. Just what I've read is concerning. I'm appreciative of the fact that there is an emergency operator that's willing to serve here. But this situation sounds not good. So can you help me understand what you've learned through your discussions with the emergency operator and what the overall status of the system is and the level of service that's being provided?
So this is a system that I'm sort of neighbors with. And it was impacted by the 540 expansion. So it actually lost a few customers, and that's what dropped it below 15. Mr. White has been very attentive to the system. He actually acquired the well lot after the owner had passed. And so this was a situation that the utility, in a sense, did not have ownership and control. So he has brought this closer and closer to what you would consider compliance, but given that it is under 15, it is not regulated. So this was a situation that it needed more funds. The rates were very low, they're flat rate. There's approximately 12 active customers, and Mr. White basically does his best, but he maintains service. Fuquay has a water main running up 401, but has chosen not to connect these customers. Obviously, there would be a cost associated. There's some private streets where essentially new water mains would have to be run. There is a aqua system kind of a stone's throw away, and so there have been discussions of, do we find a new emergency operator? But as of right now, Mr. White continues to provide satisfactory service. We've never gotten a complaint. And so we are here today to make sure that he has the proper amount of funding to continue the current level of service.
All right, thank you, Mr. Junis, for that additional information. That's helpful. Have you, can you tell me which Aqua system is in proximity?
Oh, gosh. I don't remember off the top of my head.
All right, well, we
It's
can,
not coming to me.
okay, well, we can find that out later.
I wanted to make a statement. I did talk with Mr. White, and he said he had talked with Fuquay to see if they would help extend the water line and serve the customers, and he indicated that they were not.
And do we know
any
why?
interest at this time. I mean, he said the water lines are so old in the couple of streets that these homes are on. So they just don't have the funds to install new water lines and take over these 12 customers.
Okay. All right, Mr. Junis, have you had an opportunity or someone in your group had an opportunity to go out and put eyes on the system?
Yes, so I actually personally visited the system within the last year. And that's when we started this process of working with Mr. White and represented that we would assist him with this process. Obviously, it took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but competing priorities. And so that's why today we come here, we ask basically for forgiveness for Mr. White with the incremental increase that took place, but he is not making money off this system. I could probably argue that he's losing money, but out of the goodness of his heart, he continues to do this service for his neighbors.
All right, well, this is a step in the right direction. Appreciate the effort the public staff has put in here. I recognize that this is one of many things on your list of things to do. So, but this, I hope that we will continue on in our vigilance of this system. All right, questions or discussion?
I'd like to move to take this to executive conference.
Second.
Okay, all right, anybody opposed to taking this into executive conference? All right, we will take the item up. Thank you, Mr. Junis. Thank you, Ms. Bada.
Do you want me to stick around for the next one too, or? I'm just messing.
Yeah,
Evan will take care of it. I'll come back up if necessary, but I don't.
Okay, well, if you want to try me, you can stay up there. All right, let's move on then to public staff, item 5.
Good morning, I'm Evan Hauser, engineer with the Public Staff Water, Sewer, and Telephone Division. Item 5, filed by Old North State Water Company, Inc. in docket number 1300 sub 90, is a verified petition pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 62-133.11, requesting authority to amend Old North State Water Company's tariff to pass along the increased cost of purchased water from the town of Stedman. The public staff has reviewed the petition and recommends that the commission issue the proposed order approving the tariff provisions.
Move approval of the recommendation.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Questions or discussion on this one? All right, all in favor indicate with an eye. Is there anyone opposed? The motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Hauser. All right, commission has before us our minutes from the March 13th staff conference. Any questions or discussion on the motion or the minutes? Sorry, not hearing any. All in favor of approving those minutes? Is there anyone opposed? All right, our minutes are approved. Any additional business for the commission this morning? All right, hearing none, we'll be adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's go off the record, please.